Hey folks, Philly Boy J here, back with another video. Today, I'm going to show you guys how I make my scrambled eggs, and these are some of the best, I said the best, scrambled eggs that you're ever going to taste in your life. Don't nobody make scrambled eggs like Philly Boy J. Nobody. Except my grandma and my uncle. He makes really good scrambled eggs too. And yeah, my aunt, hers is really good too. And listen, forget it. I make good scrambled eggs, and I'm going to show you guys today how to make them properly. Now, some of you may be asking yourselves, Jay, really? You showed us how to make scrambled eggs? Everybody know how to cook scrambled eggs, but that is not true, ladies and gentlemen. That is not true. Some people struggle to give their scrambled eggs a good flavor, and they come out bland. And some people just can't cook scrambled eggs without browning and burning them. So I'm going to show you guys today how to prepare and cook scrambled eggs the proper way. All right, so let's get straight to it and talk about the ingredients that you're going to need and that I'm going to be using. I'm going to be using 6 large size eggs, some regular whole milk. I'm not going to be using all of that whole milk. I'm using that milk for something else. I'm only going to be using about like a tablespoon or so of that milk. So yeah, I'm not using all of that milk. I know some of you saying, I know he's not putting all that milk in them eggs. No, I'm not putting all that milk in them eggs, okay? You're going to need some butter and a few seasonings that's going to give the scrambled eggs some flavor. Who lied and told me I can sing? I can't sing. All right, so let's move on to the first step. The first thing that you're going to add to your eggs is a little milk. Water. Just like that. I'm going to add a little milk. And with this fork, I'm going to beat the eggs up really well. And I beat my eggs for about a good 2 minutes. Just to rid of all of those egg whites. I mean, like, I really go in like this. I beat the eggs like I'm mad. Like I'm angry. Like my boss ain't give me my check last Friday. Then you're going to add the seasonings. Voila. Just like that. And you're going to stir the seasonings in really well. Like that there. Stir it in, stir it in, stir it in. All right, folks, so that seemed pretty easy, right? Pretty easy and simple, won't you say? All we did was added the milk to the eggs, then we beat them up. Yeah, we beat them up. Yeah, we beat them up. Yeah. Then we stirred in the seasonings. Let me tell you what happened to Philly Boy J a few years ago. So, I had a business meeting at my house. That would never happen again. I mean, that will never, ever happen again. I had a business meeting at my house with a friend of mine who I was going to go into business with. And I prepared breakfast for him and his mean, judgmental, stuck up, from the suburbs, want to complain about any and everything auntie. And you know what she said to me? She said that my bacon was salty and too greasy. I'm like, ma'am, it's pork bacon. I already altered my cooking style for you, putting the bacon in the oven instead of frying it on the stove like I usually do. Then you want to complain about how greasy and salty it is. And on top of that, to add insult to injury, she complained about the eggs. She insulted me and said, what's in the eggs? Are these ants? Seriously, miss? You really think that's ants? These black specks, these things, what are they in the eggs? I just want her out my house. I want her out my house. Like, you really think that I'm going to put ants in my eggs? Ma'am, it's black pepper. So, word of advice, you might not want to put no pepper in your eggs if you're making breakfast for a big gathering or people you don't know, because they might complain about it. They might say that you got ants in your eggs. I don't know. I'm just saying. I wanted to share that with you guys because that was just a crazy experience. And I just had to let you know about the pepper in the eggs story because, yeah, Philly Boy J had to go through it with that lady. She was not somebody I wanted to deal with again. So, what we're going to do is we're going to move on to the next step. We're going to move over to the stove. You're going to get a pan or skillet and you're going to place it over medium heat. Okay, folks, so I just placed my skillet over medium heat. I would recommend or advise you to use one of these kind of spatulas that I'm using here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to add the butter to this skillet, and I'm going to give the butter time to melt and the skillet time to heat up because I want to make sure that it's nice and hot when I add the eggs, okay? So I'm going to add the butter to the skillet, and I'm going to give the butter time to melt and this skillet time to get nice and hot. All right. Get off of me. Get off of me. Get off of me. I'm so goofy. So now we're going to add the eggs. Now when I add my eggs to the skillet, what I do is I give them time to cook. So I don't touch the eggs for the first, I'd say like 2 to 2.5 minutes or so. So I'm going to add the eggs and I'm going to leave them be. I do not start scrambling my eggs immediately after I add them to the skillet. All right. So I'm going to add the eggs. I'm going to try to get all of the eggs in there. Scrape them all out of this bowl here. And I'm going to leave them be. I'm going to just let them chill. I ain't going to bother them. I'm going to leave them be. So you do the same. Just leave the eggs alone. Let them chill. Alright folks, so I'm going to start scrambling the eggs now. And how you scramble the eggs is pretty important. I always scramble from the sides like this. And the reason I do that is because you don't want those hard glue-like pieces in your scrambled eggs. And that comes from leaving the eggs on the side of the skillet too long without scrambling it. Okay? So always make sure that I scrape the sides of the skillet into the center. And I scrambled them for about 3 minutes after letting them cook for 2 minutes. Now some people like big chunky scrambled eggs. Some people like really small scrambled eggs. If you like really small scrambled eggs, you will do more scrambling. If you don't like your scrambled eggs too small, then you would do less scrambling. Pretty simple. So I'm going to continue scrambling them. Did I say scrambling? I mean scrambling. I'm going to continue scrambling them slowly like this for about 3 minutes. and then I'm going to cut the fire off. You do not want to cook them too long. Let the heat from the skillet finish the job after about 3 minutes so that your scrambled eggs are nice and juicy and tender. And I'm not really even scrambling them now. I'm just kind of flipping them. All right, so I'm going to cut the fire off now. And I'm going to let the heat from the skillet finish the job. Okay, folks, breakfast is now served. I'm about to lay the smackdown on these scrambled eggs. The full recipe, as it says on my screen, can be found on PhillyJCooking.com. You guys are really going to enjoy these eggs. They are juicy, they are tender, flavorful, and well seasoned. And I'm going to do what I didn't do a few years ago, and that's top these eggs with some parsley. I'm going to garnish them with a little parsley just to make the eggs look nice and pretty. That's probably what I should have done 3 years ago for Miss Piggy. Maybe she would have enjoyed the breakfast a little more than if I garnished the eggs with some parsley flakes. Guys, I'll see you soon with more recipes and videos. Later.